custom Guid function. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check out our other how-to videos from this channel. Also, subscribe and share. It will be helpful for the channel. In this tutorial, I will show you how to create a function to generate a unique ID. Guid. This is a unique string that can be used as an object identification. This technique is different than using the old LE32.DLL library. Because it does not rely on this library, it will always perform correctly. There is no requirement for this task. In a nutshell, the Guid is a set of 128-bit string which cannot easily be predicted. Thus, it is an ideal identification for any object, including the primary key in the database table. Let's open up our MS Access and begin coding our custom Guid function. Let's start our Access, and then create blank table database. Let's go to the C drive, all favorite folders, Access project. We're going to create a new folder called custom Guid function. That's appropriate. Let's double click and jump in there, and we're going to call the database custom Guid function. Alright, we are not interested in a table just yet. So let me show you what a Guid is. I'm going to open up this Chrome and let's find what is Guid. So here on the right hand side is Wikipedia. A Guid is a universally unique identifier. That is a 128-bit label. So we use this Guid as an identifier, an ID in the database. And the reason why the modern technology and the database use this Guid is to prevent hackers hack our system. And if you notice, all your applications are now in Guid use Guid as an ID. Every device also use a Guid as an ID. So let me show you my the sample database here. I'm going to go to this management. So I'm going to open up the this sample adventure works. All right, this is an old database. We're going to examine the table, the customer table. Okay, there we go. All right, we're going to see what there are in there. Sales, customer. All right. So if you notice, here is the Guid column. All right. Now this was recently added to the database. The old database, they use this column as an ID, customer ID, and this is auto-generated number. All right. And that is the reason why we opted not to use any increment number, because 1 is easily be hacked. 2 is also easily be hacked. for example. However, if a hacker wants to try to come up with this set of number, it can be pretty difficult, all right, to come up with that one, all right. And that's the reason why current ID with all devices, programs, and the like uses Guid ID as an identifier, all right. And so that's the reason why Guid is a popular ID to develop an identifier for the database. I'm going to go ahead and close that out now that I explained in short term. It makes sense to use an ID like customer ID as using Guid as a customer ID. All right, so that's that, and that's the reason why we're going to create this Guid. And most of my database design, the ID, I use Guid. All right, so here we are. All right, let's examine the random generated characters, or number rather. We're gonna need the a button. This might be too big, but that's all right. All right, we don't want to miss clicking, and we're gonna need a text box to display the results. I'm going to name this text box as a txt result. Yeah, and then we're not going to worry about the name of this button, but we are going to go into this function, this click function. So let's take a look at the before you can use the randomize code, we would have to say randomize here. All right, that says, hey, you can use a randomize function. Now we can use the function. All right, text result equals. All right, now there are things in here that that needs to be set. All right, if we say 9 times random, all right, and we're going to convert this guy to an integer, and we only want one character, for example, and that's how you do it. All right, now a random could be a 0, so 9 times 0 is 0, and if it brings out only one character, it means one character is 1 digit. It's going to convert that, so that really means 1 character. All right, let's see what it does here. I'm gonna save Control S. Let's save that form, test screen. All right, let's see. Let's go back to our screen form here. Let's see what it comes out. It might not come out. Oh, there you go. Oh, it's just 1. Huh, what are we missing? Let me see, what are we missing? Well, you know what? That looks right. I know something because, like I said, I've done this many years ago, or in the, oops, that's what it was. Okay, now it should come out with something. There you go. So that means that number, like I said, that number is misspelled. I'm good at that, misspelling. So this means that this number cannot be more than 9. Okay, so which is good. All right, so we know it's returning something. All right, which is the 1 to 9. All right, which is exactly what we need to be doing. All right, now to create a grid. All right, so we know this thing works. Let's go ahead and add a module now. Okay, So we're gonna add a module, create. All right, we're gonna name this guy as let's call this identification function. Identification function. Now the reason why I named this thing, you know, just like I said, I'm thinking out loud as I code. I try to project the future as well. So you could format your customer number differently than your customer ID. ID is just an index, a primary key. But if you want to have a set of template that creates a customer number, that could be from here, from this object, identification function object. All right, so that's why this makes sense. And then you can have different types of ID in here. All right, so in our case, we are going to say yeah, how about function get with set as string. There you go. So here is where the fun begins. We're going to have a couple of functions that work together in unison. All right, so in here, as I'm thinking, we are going to need yeah, let's do character set as string. I'm going to show you this technique right here. I've done this many years ago, so I'm just going to redo what I've done here. So now we can say character set equals, how about A, B, C, D, E, F, G. For now, we're going to have that set. All right. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And as you know, from our test, this brings out one character. I'm going to copy that. Come back in here. Get with set equals. And then from there, we can say convert to string, because that function calls for string. All right, so it's going to return a character because this guy right here. I'm going to show you how to get this guy. We know this guy returns 1 to 9. All right, so we have to have 9 characters in here. 1 a oopsie. How many we have there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So there you go. So this is how we are going to return this guy instead of number like this guy. All right. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to take that string out while I'm thinking. We don't need that. What we want to do here, we can say mid character set starting position and 1 character. You see there? And that's how we, so these, whatever these numbers, this randomized number is, it's going to go in one of these guys and say, hey, you are it. All right, so let's do this. Now we're going to say randomize in here. And we're going to save that function. Now check this out. In our test, with this guy says, hey, generate me a number, a randomized number, not from 1 to 9. All right, but now we can say identification function get grid. Look at this. All right. I mean, I'm going to show you later how to get the whole set, but just to understand how we get in that, guys. See how that's returning randomized character? You see that? That is just dandy. Look at that. That is just dandy. All right. So what can we do in this function now? We can say set size here as integer. You see what I'm getting at? Are you seeing what I'm getting at? So this set size should not be greater than the size of this guy. Just keep in mind, all right? Just keep in mind. So here we are thinking, I'm thinking out loud here. We got set size. All right, so we can do this. We can add another variable. Say, I'm going to copy this guy right here. Make things 0 for me. Length as integer. You see what I'm getting at now? Maybe. All right. And then we're going to say length equals length of this character, length of this guy. See? Now we got the number of characters and the set size. All right. Well, this set size cannot be greater than this guy. It must be equal. So we can say this: if I set size is less than or equal to length, then do me a favor in it. All right. Then do this. All right. What we want to do is to iterate through this number of set size and then add the characters in there. You see, so in here we can say for we need the counter. We need a counter. Okay, let's get a counter. Counter as integer, and that's good. All right. So here we say for counter equals to 1 to I set size, and then next I next. You see how we get in there? I think you're beginning to see what we are getting at here. All right. So it's going to iterate through these characters. It's going to iterate to this size, 1 to whatever that guy is. All right. And what we need here, copy. You see how that works now? So it's going to go the first time around, it's going to get 1 character. And that first character is reserved in here. The next time it's going to get another character and tag that into here. You see? Alright, let's test that out. And that should do the trick for now. Alright. So let's get back here. And character set, it calls for you know what, let's do this. I'm going to get back to this environment, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to the form design view, move the burger up. We're going to add a text box here. All right. Like I said, I'm not gonna go too crazy with this thing. We're just gonna call this label as entry for now, and that's gonna call that entry as well. Txt entry. All right. We're not gonna validate anything. We're just going to test that. All right, and in here we can say me entry. There you go. All right, so I'm going to take this out. We don't need that guy here. Save that. All right, check this out. We're gonna run this. Let's see if it comes out the way we want. You know what? Yeah, let's do 2. See how it brings out 2 characters? And all indifferent? How about 3? See there? Now you're getting where I'm getting at. So this will be, we can use this to create our own grid, you see. Alright? So that's how that works. That is how that works. Now because we know that already, alright, here is a magic. Alright, this guy is the number of characters in here, meaning we can put that guy in there, you see. Alright, so now we should get something from there. Alright, should get something from there, similar to what this one is. All we did was, hey, I want that size, alright, which currently is 9 characters, or 9 digits, or 9 numbers rather. Alright, so let's test that out. It's going to perform the same way, you see there. Alright, that's the beauty of having variables, representing the number. And we always want one digit here in this random. Alright, because we just want to plug out 1 digit, 1 character from here, and that's what this one does. Okay, alright, now we can say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. There you go. And then we can add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you can have these numbers. Alright, maybe, oh, we forgot 0 in there. We gotta have 0. Maybe from 0 to, yeah. How about take this first 5 and plug it in the front. And check this out. Let's go back to here. Look at that. See that? And how cool is that? See, you get 5. You see what I'm getting at now? Now, if we want to, we can also put capital letter in here. Let's do cap lock. A, B, oopsie, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. I'm using keyboard, by the way. N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABC. So now, whatever you change in here will change. This number, this character links will change, you see. And now we can just go back in here and see what they are at. Let's get 8 characters. Look at that. See there? You see there? So that's how we're going to get our set. All right, so this is called get grid set. Okay, get grid set. Now, here's the beauty. We're going to make that private now because we don't want to go there. We just want to say function get grid. And that's all we need. All right, that's all we need. Now let's go back to this grid thing again. Where were we? Yeah, there you go. So I'm gonna get grid, free online grid generator. I'm gonna generate one and examine this guy. That's one set, two set, three set, 4, 5. There are 5 sets. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna copy this guy. That way I don't have to keep going back over there. So a grid is that set. All right. So we know there are 5 sets in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So this is how we are going to do it. We can say, let's see how we're gonna say it. Yeah. Let's see our logic here. Yeah. If you don't specify the return type, it's going to return whatever you return as a variant. So let's go ahead and say string. All right, that's good. Yeah. So now we're going to say for, you know what we need? We need a counter as integer. And then we're going to come down here. We'll say for counter equals 1, 2, 5 because we need 5 sets. All right. If if counter equals 1, then get grid equals get grid set. You see there? See what I'm getting at? So this set is 8 characters. You see here? There's 8 characters in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. So 8 characters. And then I'm going to copy this guy. Get down there. There are 5 sets. So we'll do like so. Right? So if it's 2, if it's 3, if it's 4, if it's 5. Alright. Now we need to retain that first set. So copy that guy and put in here. And alright. And we have to add the dash here. Okay. So as a matter of fact, I'm going to copy that and replace with this. And this. And this. So let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 dashes. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4 dashes. Alright. So the first set is 8 characters long. The second 4, 4, 4. So now we can say 4 here, 4 here, 4 here, my bad, 4 there. And then this one should be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So we can put 12 there. You see how that works now? And I bet you now we'll be able to get this grid. All right. So now, if you do this, it doesn't call. Yeah, you don't see that function because we made it private. You see, we made it private. You can't see that function. Get grid set. All right. So now we can come in here and take that entry out because we don't need it. We know the set. Let's Control S, save that. Let's go back here and see if we get grid. What the heck? Do we misspell? Get grid. Oh, Q. Let's do Q. Oh, let's do G. My bad. You see there? Now, yeah, I had a Q up here. All right, so I had a G down here, and that's the reason why. Let's look at that again. See what I did there? There. You see that? Q, G. Okay, so change that to a G. My bad. Oops. So now we can get back here. Get grid. There you go. All right, let's try that again. Control S. That's better. See there? That looks dandy. That looks dandy. All right, here is a beauty. Here is a beauty. Because it's custom, we want to make it really cool. All right, let's see how we're going to do this. Yeah. So we can do this. All right, we can actually say we want a minimum number set. All right, we can say private function. How about minimum number met? All right, what we want to do is to make each set with certain numbers in it. So we can say number in set. There you go. Number in set. I think that's good. As integer. All right. And here is Boolean. So here we want to determine if that set has the required number of numbers. Required number of numbers. There you go. Yeah. So we can say dim. I think we're gonna do this. Come on, I'm thinking here. Minimum number. Okay, that's good. As integer. What we want to do is we want to look through. Okay, we want to look through this set. All right, and let's call this grid set. Grid set as string. All right. So you see what I'm getting at? We want this guy to validate if the set that we have here meets the requirement that we want. So to do that, yeah, okay. And then we're going to say counter again because we're going to count the number as string. And then we're going to say for counter equals 1 to length s grid set next. And here we can say if mid grid set beginning from 1, which is the counter. We want 1 character each at a time. If then, and if. So here we want to validate if this guy is numeric. There you go. And now we can increment. Actually, we can just copy this guy and do this way. We want to increment that, all right, and we don't need this in because it's on the same line. Okay. So if it's numeric, we want to see how many there are, so we just count. That's 1. Now, here's a magic. If numeric equals I number in set, then we say, I'm going to copy that. True. And then exit loop, exit 4. So we don't need to continue. Once it meets the requirement, we want to go ahead and exit out from this for loop. All right. So that's how that works. All right. So now where is that going to belong to? We can use this if function, if loop, if clause here. You know what? This is good right here. We want to plug that guy in somewhere before setting this guy. Thinking out loud here. Well, you know what? We can do this. Let's yeah. So instead of using if, we can do this. Let's do select counter. Select case counter. There you go. Select case counter. All right. And then we're going to surround this with end select. All right. And then we're going to change this guy to case. All right. Yep, I get it. So we're going to take that out. Oops. Went too far. Like so. And then take the then out. Like that. All right. So I'm going to we're going to do all that like so. Yeah. Case 2. Case 3. Case 4. Just a little neater. Not a whole lot, but it's just a little neater. This being case 5. Take that in out. Yeah, that's. And then this in select. So we're gonna indent it. That will make it just a tad smaller. If we did the if then else, because we are going to do loop in, we're gonna loop in here. All right. If we did if then we're gonna have too many lines. I'm trying to reduce the number of lines as a code. Obviously, you can do what we did if counter is 1, then alright, and then we're going to do loop. So I'm going to show you why I opted to use select case. So in here we're going to have, so you can have a bunch of these guy in there, if then all the way down. Alright, but doing this, we eliminate 2 lines. This guy, Alright, and that saves the space. Alright, so that's the reason why I opted to do the case. So select case, and the if statement is similar. Alright, so now if case 1, then we can do this. We can do this. We are going to need, we're going to need that test. We're going to need is met. So add these guys in there. Test set is met because right here we're going to say do until is met, and then loop. Yep, that's it. That's it. So now initially on case 1, first counter, is met is always false, and then it's going to jump in here and say, well, you're false. Go get me the test set. So the test set is get grid set, and this size being 8. And now, there you go. And now we're going to say is met equals minimum number met. And then it said, I'm gonna, you know what, I think we should, this is a preference, okay? I am going to make sure that each set has 2 numbers. Well, it depends, whatever you want. So in this case, this first set, we want it to be, let's make this first set 3. There you go. And then the test set. Alright. So we want this guy to have at least 3 numbers first set. When it does have 3 numbers, because being 8 characters, 3 numbers are legit. Or 2. Let's make 2. That's yeah. And then we can say test set right there. You see there? Now once you come out here, because this guy is true now. Alright, okay, hold on. I'm gonna copy this guy. And then yeah, that's fine. We're gonna delete that guy, or hit in the tab there and add that guy in there, and do the same right here. Maybe I should turn on my light instead of working without lights here. There. So as I was saying, this guy was true, alright, and then it jumps out from this do loop. Remember, this guy keeps testing until it's met, until that number is met, which is 3 numbers, and then it's going to say true. However, it comes out here. If you don't reset that to a false, it will never get in here. Alright, so let's reset that. Is met equals true, false. Just remember that now. Alright, and then this guy, gets that too. Oh no, this that would be my bad. Yeah, that my bad. That right there. That right there. There, and 12. Okay, now we're going to change this minimum number to being 4 characters, 1 is good enough. Alright, 1 is good enough. And this being 12, that's 3. You know what? I'm going to change it to 2. There. There is what we need to be doing. Oh, my bad. We need to reset this guy to false. Otherwise, it will never come in here. Alright, so we want it to loop in the next case. There. Alright, and we're not done yet. We also want to plug this get guid there. Yep, and then we can just copy the entire thing and put it into the next one. So this will be set 3, this will be set 4, and set 5. I think that's it. That's all we have to do. Alright, let's go to the logic again. So we say, hey, get guid. Alright, and then we'll go to, because there are 5 sets in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I noticed I got two numbers there, but that's alright. You got 3 numbers there. But here we want at least 1 right there. So like I said, 1, 1. Okay, but this guy have at least 2. But look at that, they've got 5. But that's okay. We want at least 2. Alright. So it could be 3, 4, 5. Doesn't matter. But we'll see. And then it says for each of the set, alright, if your first set do this one, get 8 characters, get 4 characters, get 4 characters. Alright. And then I want you to make sure have at least 2 numbers here. Alright, and 3 numbers here. Alright, I think that's going to do it. What do you think? Yeah, I think that's going to do it. Alright. Let's Control S. Let's get back to here. Our form. Now we don't need a grid. Alright, because yeah, because there you go. There's no yep. Because we don't have a parameter in here, you see. Alright, we took that out. Okay. Control S. Let's see what's in front here. Oh yeah, we don't need that. Okay, good. Alright. Okay. Let's see what it does. Look at that. And that has to have 2 numbers. We got 6 and 9. We got 9. We got 4. 5, 4. Okay. That looks more like it. What do you think? That's how you make your grid. Like so. Alright. Now if you want to make it more difficult to do, if you want to make this ID more difficult, you can double this A up, like so, and capital A, like so, if you want to make it double up. Alright, and that makes it harder to predict, because it's the random here is going to jump into one of these guys. So there's a possibility that in one of the sets, one of the 5 sets got A, all capitals. It's possible. Or you can move this guy. I'm gonna go ahead, take 5 out and move it right in front, for example. So however you want to lay this out, that's up to you. Alright, however you want to lay this set out, it's up to you. And then you can add funny characters in here if you want to. Alright, but that's a grid right there, like so, you see. That's a grid right there. Alright, And how cool is that? Okay, well, here's a bonus. You know what? Here's a bonus. Let's do this. I'm gonna give you a bonus. All right, I'm gonna give you a bonus. All right, I'm not gonna tell you, but you will know what I'm doing. Let's see the table design. Okay, let's do customer ID. Look at that. I think you already know. First name, last name. Uh, First name, last name. I think that's good enough. Yeah, that's good enough. Let's save this as customer. Customer. Oh, cancel that one. We want to make this a primary key. There. Yeah. Now save that. Control S. Do you know what I know? Okay. So we got three fields in here. You just saw. 1, 2, 3. We got three fields in there. Alright. I told you would know. I'm gonna right there. That's good enough. Let's copy that guy. Alright. Move this guy up for beauty. That being the first name. Oh darn, we don't need that third one. There you go. That's good. That's good enough. And then right here we say add text. Add new. Oh, that's good enough. Add new. Alright, so we got first name, last name. Sorry about that. I had to have I ever told you coffee is good for you? Okay, so what else do we need to do? Let's rename this to first name. That's a good habit, by the way. Is go ahead and let rename text boxes. Renaming these box names, good idea. All right. Now in this button, add new. We got add new in here. Let's go into this control. Alright, I cleared out what we had before. So now we're going to say dim rs as record set. And then here we're going to say set rs equals current db open record set. Alright, and then our table is customer. Alright, let's move to the next. And then here we want to say rs add new. And then rs update, and then and now we're gonna set rs you are now nothing. You have to dispose that. All right, anytime you work with record set, always dispose that. And then here add new, we can say rs customer id equals identification function get guid os first name me. Remember that first name text box we just added. Me last. Look at this. Look at that. And that's all we have to do for these tests. Control S. Let's take a peek. Let's put Jack in there. Let's add in there. Let's look. Look at that. Alright. Yes, go ahead. Sure. Let's add John Doe, John and Jane. We should have 3 customers. Look at that. and this guy, and that's what you use for. All right, that is the grid that you use for, and that's how easy that is. All right, so let's recap this. Let me recap this guy. So first we have to first we're testing. We want to make sure that this get Guid function just individually. We want to make sure this guy works. Actually not there, but we want to make sure this guy or this guy works. All right, that's the first thing that you should do in any program when you want to work small bits and moving up to more advanced and complicated logic. So once we know that this guy only returns one character, now this guy, this little last bit number 1 here means give me one character. If you want to get 2 characters, you can't, because this is being the position of this location, you see. So when we say, hey, give me one character or one number from this set, whatever number of set in here from this set, one character, all right, and if it grab that location or that number 34, it's going to go into that 34, advance to new one, and get that character using this mid. That's advanced. Okay, that mid means get me now in the database is called substring. All right, so we get a substring inside there. All right, and then just tag it along. So work in small bits and then advance out, make it more complicated. So that's the first thing that we did is, hey, we determined that, hey, this guy only gives us one number. All right, and then one number in this set. All right, this being you cannot go more than that number of sets. All right, so that character length right here, we say, hey, give me a number of characters you have, and we say don't go above that. Okay, and that's how we use this. All right, and then this makes it easier because the Guid function has a set size differently. All right, so then we can say, hey, we're gonna iterate through each character or each number until we meet this size, and then just add those guys in there. All right, and that's how we did it here. Okay, so we say, hey, give me that size, 4 characters for 12 characters. We also made it more difficult because with this right here, you add more protection to that set, because now each set must contain certain requirement of the number in the set. You see, that's added protection to the grid, make it even more difficult to predict. All right, so your set depends on these guys right here, how difficult you want it to be. You can put if you want to put the special characters in there, it's up to you. All right, you can put special characters, but that's it. That's how you use it. All right, that's how you use. That's what we use for, is an ID column. All right, an ID. There you have it. Happy programming. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like, share, and hit that bell. And also comment below, and if you need help, inbox me. Thanks again.